Hey, let's jump right into it, man. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Double Thought Show, where we challenge the first take and sharpen each other on the second one. I'm your host, KR.
And I'm RJ, and every week we unpack what's going on in culture, media, and society by reacting to the wildest videos, the craziest trends, and whatever else the internet throws at us. So if you're new here, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the link in the description so you can sign up to our newsletter. That, of course, is where we drop our weekly bonus stakes.
Yes, we have three topics for today. Dr. Umar is the first one. Well, he is officially broke, it seems. Second topic of the day is Shannon Sharpe. He got fired by ESPN and also has a brand new lawsuit. And finally, as a final topic, we have Tony the Closer calling out a popular podcast for a quite crazy take. So let's jump right into it, man. The first one, Dr. Umar, is officially broke after a frozen bank account for fraudulent activities. Fair use.
That being, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UMARTHEPSYCHOLOGIST, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I've never
A
asked the
third
people
one, a
for a
third
dollar.
one.
I have never asked the
Uh,
people for a dollar in my life. I have
uh,
never asked the people for a dollar in my life. I've only asked
well, that's three lies back to back.
the people for a dollar in my life. I have never asked the people for a dollar in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have
Oh, he's never asked people for a dollar in that. He only asked for donations. Okay.
any sons. I have two daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. If I don't have Cash App, nor does FDMG have Cash App.
I'm gonna stop it right here. RJ.
Yeah, so RESPECT. The thing is, KR, first and foremost, we're talking about Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
And for those of you, I mean, everyone knows Dr. Umar Johnson, but it's important to know that a um he's the prince
Of
of
panhandling.
Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism. And what that is basically is what he fights for is the let's say the for the diaspora, African diaspora, every single one of us who was dropped off, or at least our great ancestors were dropped off here or there, but not only dropped off, I guess
By a
other
boat.
by a boat. um they so to unite, right? So to disregard the borders. You're not American, you're not Canadian, we're all brothers and sisters. You can be African, you can be South American, Caribbean, whatever, wherever you are in the diaspora, Europe, China, but That's what he fights for. This is what he stands for, right? So this is the
Yeah.
prince of Pan-Africanism. And KR, stop it. It's Pan-Africanism. It's not panhandling.
Oh man.
In itself, a very noble. I mean, noble. It's I don't know if noble is the word, but there is
It's a
a.
hustle. It's a hustle, man.
It can be a noble cause. Let me put it like that. It
It's a
can be a noble
hustle, man.
cause. At the same time, some people have been criticizing him because he's not. He's asking for. He's asking for. He's asking for. What is he asking for, KR? You have the soundbite. They've been criticizing
Oh,
him.
oh,
They've been, yeah.
oh,
They've
oh.
been
I
criti.
didn't get
Wait, wait,
it.
wait,
I didn't
wait,
get
wait,
it.
wait, wait,
Oh my
wait, wait, wait.
God.
Let me see it first. A lot of people have been criticizing him because he's asking for.
Donations. Donations.
Yeah. We should have practiced this probably before the show.
Yeah,
In any case,
should have given me a heads up. Yes.
yeah, I should have given myself one. Wait, anyway. So
Wow, hey, whoa.
no.
Yeah, let's continue.
This
Let's
is this
continue.
is Mason Cameron. This is we talk. This is
Yeah,
the pause. The
yeah,
pause
we
and
stopped doing that a long time ago.
yeah, but
We
they
only
made it
say
popular
whoa,
again. Yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa,
whoa,
calm the f down.
calm down, calm down.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, but apparently, so he's saying, because I thought you said that there was like fraudulent activity, but the way he's presenting is that someone else is trying to get into his account. So from what I understand, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he's getting the money, but because some people are saying that he's getting donations for a school that hasn't been built yet. So, but it has nothing to do with that, if I understand it correctly, right, KR?
So these are this is his story. I believe his story as much as I believe this school will ever be built. So with that being said, I don't believe it. I think this is a trickling down situation where he's been accused of fraud and they froze his account because they went to the bank and said this guy is a fraudulent uh, person. That's what I believe.
Okay, but that's what you believe. So, but that's not what's being reported.
And that's what he's saying. But
Yeah.
have you ever had a scammer tell you the truth?
No, wait.
Alleged scammer in that
Yeah.
situation.
Okay. Let's say
Let me-
alleged scam because
jokes. It's jokes.
he's saying that due to a lot of motives, the school isn't being built. So it's out of his control.
Yes. Last time when
Someone-
he wanted to start building a school, I didn't have a beard. Now I have a beard and I can piss in a pot straight. Back then I couldn't even piss in a pot straight. I was a baby.
So you weren't pissing in the pot straight. How were you pissing in the pot?
All over the place. I was decorating the walls.
Okay. Oh, like that type of straight. So
Yeah,
he needs to take
I'm
care.
still aiming straight. It's just I'm not like Diddy or Jane Doe number 2 who was getting. Oh no, it wasn't Jane Doe, it was Cassie.
Cassie,
this
yeah, I was,
this ain't
I
no
was just about
Cassie
to say-
situation.
It was Jane Doe number 1. Jane Doe number 1.
This
Jane
wasn't a
Doe.
Cassie situation. I wasn't aiming right.
Yeah. So, but he needs to take care of Queen Mother Ifantunde, and they need to pay the bills, etc. So, okay, let me just start by saying this: I never wish bad upon anyone, but I do
I
say,
mean, I don't either.
and there's no, I mean, whether his bank account is frozen or not doesn't do anything, doesn't influence my life positively or negatively, and so I'm not wishing it upon him. But I do think in actions and consequences, and this seems to be like a consequence of his actions.
Yeah, it's been like,
Um,
dude. It's
but
he
if it
he.
is, but he's saying that it's a third party in the bank account. I'm trying to hack into his bank account. So
Come
we'll
on,
have to. We'll have
RJ,
to.
RJ.
I know what you're about to say, but go ahead and say it.
Have you ever heard of a situation like this where someone's
I
trying
know.
to uh,
So so
hack
so
into
in
the
my
account? It's like an email that or
yeah.
your computer. They're trying to hack in your account. Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing is, you can see it. I mean, now that Shannon Sharpe's getting caught again, I want to be very mindful of how I formulate the things. So I advise you to do the same. What I'm saying is that when my or at least when the bank um,
they flag it
noticed suspicious activities on my bank account, they called me and they asked me, Mr. RJ, are you in Japan by any chance? I said, no, no, ma'am. That okay? Because we've been seeing, so there have been attempt to try to use your
from Japan.
uh, card in Japan
Oh shoot!
to, hey, I mean, there are a lot of usual
Sir, are you
suspects
from
close to
are you
close
from
to Japan.
Japan?
Yeah. So, and I said, no, I don't have it. I don't have I'm not in Japan and I wasn't trying to make those transactions. The
Yeah.
lady said, okay, no problem. We will block the account. We will block this
Yes.
credit card and send you a new precise and send
Yes.
you a new credit
How it
card
works.
in like I think it was a week or something. I had a new one. So I couldn't use my credit card for 7 days, but they didn't freeze my account. I could still
Freeze
access my
that.
account. I could still access the account. I
Come
could
on.
still access the account online. It's just the credit card was not there. So I knew
Yeah.
that was the example that you're about to say, but we don't know what type of hacking they've been trying to do.
Yeah.
So
I, I
I'm just
wish him
trying to
all the
play
best. I
Umar's
have some
advocate. I can say
RJ.
devil's
If
advocate. I can say the devil's advocate. I
the
have to say
devil,
Umar's
the
advocate.
devil come in
The
different forms, guys. Stay tuned.
Ifantunde, the Ifantunde advocate.
Stay tuned. The third topic is about devils, but let's let's continue. Devils comes in different. The devil comes in different forms. Let's take a look at what others had to say about this situation. Fair use.
Oh,
We have a Charleston.
Charleston.
Dr. Umar needs a 9 to 5. He need a white bitch, nigga. Everybody know that white bitch go get it and come back with, nigga. You know how to put some pimping and some macking down. That's why I say white is right, nigga. And I'm talking about Charleston white. That's why I tell him fuck all that preaching about don't sleep with a white woman. Do you think a white woman will have her king that's a psychologist with a doctor in front of his name out begging before the world, looking like he ain't bathed in a few days?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account
This is crazy.
contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism for dollars until my personal
There's a punk. Say Dr. Fall, tell me these.
is Umar the psychologist at yahoo.com.
You mean to tell me these sisters and these queens got the king out begging? Come on, King Dr. Farbar Fuquay from Jaffe Jiffy, Africa, or from far, far, far away. You ain't got no business begging. Sell that dick, nigga. I'm right there. It's a punk laying right now. Buy that Umar dick. It's a punk right now. Put the camera somewhere and it get you out of this rut right now, Dr. Umar. I'm just saying, find your white one. Look like the sisters have abandoned you. Ain't no bitch I'm fucking. Whispering her ear saying a motherfucking thing too. Better not have me going on live hollering about they done froze my cash out. Nigga, you going digital currency? Get out of Africa, come back to America. Every nigga in America know we got to have some cash in his motherfucking pocket. That's why you fucking that fat girl that you say a pussy stink. When you got money, you ain't complaining about no bitch you don't fuck about a pussy stink. Yeah, let me know, nigga, you doing something. Are you smoking, nigga? You get high. Don't tell me you K2ing around this motherfucking nigga. How in the fuck you Dr. Umar Johnson? You doing all these goddamn, ain't nobody paying you in cash, nigga. Everybody know you ain't digitally paying for pussy, is you? Cause that's a footprint for them sex workers, like how they got did it. Now I know you ain't flying. You know what? You the one going across state line buying the pussy, so you're not transporting. There you go. But look at you broke now. Ain't no.
He said he's transporting himself. Crazy.
I mean, did I understand correctly that he was suggesting for Dr. Umar to do OF
He was suggesting, first of all, for Dr. Umar to jump the ship and swim to the other side,
to the motherland?
the salt of the earth.
This the south of the, what's the movie called? The Quest to the Center of the Earth or something?
What he said, white is right.
Yeah.
No, but all jokes aside, it's crazy, man. To be honest, I don't really care about Umar that much. I think he, if you believe in him, if you, I've read a couple of books in my life, more than I should have, and if you read throughout the books and history, you'll find multiple people like him in the past, and it won't change. There will always be people like this. Who preach a certain go back to Africa kind of talk, or kind of all together kind of talk, just to 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 catch donations, but they never ever, most of the time they don't uh, create anything of value, or their plans fall short because of bad
Yeah.
business sense and or organizational um, knowledge,
Skills.
so skills and knowledge,
The,
yeah. So
the thing is, KR, like I said, I don't think the movement in itself is a bad movement. So
it's a pipe dream, so in a sense, if it's a pipe dream, it's a bad movement.
what do you mean with pipe dream?
It's a pipe dream. What he's trying to preach is a pipe dream.
So what I'm saying is the following. So for example, the it's history. Whatever, it's history. So
Yeah.
you can have different types of history, right? So if, like you can do history of nature, of the universe, of peoples, of races, and so on, of countries, and so on and so forth. And so it's just one subject, which is the Pan-Africanism, right? So when you're talking about Pan-Africanism, it you can do it for something. It can be helpful if it's like, for if you have that information, for example, in a museum, or if it's something, if you have like a platform where you collect information of the black diaspora. So for example, because for a lot of people now, they're talking about, let's go to what are you talking, let's go to Ghana, let's go to Madagascar, Sierra just got, was it Gabon? Was she, I think she became a citizen in Gabon, I
Sierra?
guess. Yeah, Sierra,
No
citizen.
idea. No idea.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Benin. My bad. Benin. So because she traced her heritage and found it in Benin, and now she's a she got the
Benin
Benin.
passport.
Yeah. So that's her Afro origins, right? So it has power to have that knowledge somewhere. But the
The
prop so
knowledge
so,
stops
so
when
what I'm
you're
saying is, yeah, so what I'm saying
dealing.
is, let's say, so Pan Africanism talks about going back, to unite everyone. If you're
But
talking about uniting
united
based on
what?
identity, is what I think.
But what is
So,
identity? So
ident-
this is the
so
this is why
yeah,
it's why I say it's a pipe dream, RJ. If you understand African culture and African how Africa works, people, we from the West, because we're born in the West, we see all these blocks, all these blocks. It's all cut in blocks, different countries. They don't think like that there. It's tribe based. If you
yes,
cannot relate to any, if you cannot find your tribe, you're not part of a random tribe. You're not part of Ghana. You're part of a tribe in Ghana.
yes.
So if you go there and you cannot say I'm from this tribe, there's nothing there.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is history in general. I'm not saying. So that's the second part, right? The second part would be the. So I'm giving an example of how it can be a good thing, and
Okay.
so
Okay.
I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but I'm saying how it can be a good thing. A lot of people talk about, yo, you're not born here in the U.S. You're not an African American. You know who says that as well? You don't know anything about our countries. You hear people from Africa that were not, that they came like their ancestors came like 50 years ago, talk that ish. They've not, but they think that the fact that they were born in Brooklyn or Queens or wherever the case may be, I'm just using those cities as examples, that they're also not African Americans and that you're an outsider. Yo, no, it's important. Or the crazy thing is, no, I'm not black, I'm Dominican. I'm not black, I'm Puerto. Like what? As the same thing. So that's ignorance. And I think with proper teachings of how it worked and works, and how actually it wasn't the Europeans that went deep in the African continent to take slaves. That was the tribes fighting against each other, and they were capturing each other, and basically they were selling. I mean, if you're talking about African, so you can't say they were selling themselves, because to them, as you said, you're not from their tribe, so you're an enemy. But in any case, so I understand that part. But I'm saying it can be of added value if that's how you if you want to unite, at least create like a common thing, like, hey, this person might be black, but we all come from maybe the same continent, but that doesn't mean that we come from the same person or the same tribe, etc. I'm saying that what Umar is doing is he's promoting a story and dissing white people to get money for a school that hasn't been built yet. And so that's when you misuse the platform. That's what I'm saying. So I think history is important. It removes ignorance, or at least limits it. And
Limits
what
a
he's
lot.
doing is he's keeping people ignorant by telling them don't swim in the milk, don't avoid snow bunnies, and now look at you. You know,
Well, everyone has
I
their
mean,
preference,
so
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 I,
so
I I
that's
don't I
my
don't really care about that. But I do
yeah.
think in general is that if you read a lot, you understand why it's a pipe dream. I understand what you're saying. Knowledge, having a clear view of where you're from and understanding what region you're from. But other than that, talking about, I mean, Marcus Garvey was preaching this stuff like in the 60s, I think, right? Wasn't Marcus Garvey active in the 60s? No,
I don't
not
know
even
when he was
60s.
active, but
The
he
the
was
19 the 1930s and the
Did he build a boat?
1920s.
Did
Yeah,
he
he
build a
bought a
boat? Yeah,
boat, a
about a boat. Yeah.
rusted boat. Could have been the Titanic 2.0. But um, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think uh, the boat was rusted, Archie? You're laughing. I've been here before.
I saw the
If you
boat. I
see,
saw the
the
boat. Yeah.
boat is crazy, man. This man was selling people a ticket, a boat to Africa, and this guy is selling people a school that's never been
Yeah.
open. So, guys, let us know in the comments. Do you think it is justice because he's been stealing money for people allegedly, or is this just his people trying to break into his account, trying to hack his money, and that's why he got not only frozen out of the bank account of the school, but also his personal one. I've never heard of that, by the way, but I don't know how that works. Please, if I don't understand banking that much, I'm a noob. I'm broke. I don't own any money. Let us know in the comments how this should work, how this play, because this is how they say this is a play. It's like the Navy Federal play. You see all these people getting locked up now for the Navy Federal play. But hey, let us know in the comments what you think, RJ.
KR, uh, you said a lot of things, and then you're like, "Hey," and then you're taking one step back. Come on. Anyways, it's like
Can we talk about the Navy Federal play another show? We should. We
let's do
will.
that.
Okay, we
Yeah,
will.
let's do that. Hey guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll highlight some of the best comments in a future video. So if you've got a hot take, let us know. If you want to extend the topics, of course, we couldn't fit in this show, sign up to our email drop. You can sign up in the link in the description box below, so you can join the newsletter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. KR, it's time
Yes,
for
yes,
our
yes.
community voice.
Community thoughts. Yes, let's go to the community thoughts right away. We have. This is a show we dropped a while back. It's about Cameron warning Travis Hunter. I mean, he's now happily married, about to lose half of his money, but he's happy though. He's happy. As long as you're happy, we are all happy. So someone said something about it. I think we didn't cover it in the past, so I thought let me go back and see which people we didn't cover. And here you see Anthony Billis of Bellis. I don't know what Billis or Anthony Bellis. I don't know how to pronounce that. But RJ, you can read it.
Anthony says, man, you got to stick with it, but your banter is too dry, needs more energy if you're going to stop the video.
Yes, yes. And also the second person shared, well, I. So Anthony, thank you for your comment. We've been working on that, and I think the banter is improving. I don't know, but hey.
Anthony, very thank you for the comment and the feedback. Um yeah, we do appreciate it. As we say here on the Double Thought Show, we highlight the best comments, whether you agree or disagree. That's not really the point. This
Yep.
is an open platform as long as we're respectful. So we do appreciate your comment. Thank you for that.
He's trying to say stick with it, like Umar Johnson. Keep scamming. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go to the next topic. Oh man, Shannon hit up twice in a week, or twice in 2 weeks. Is this the consequence of the lack of discipline? Fired. Well, let's start with paying somewhere between 8 million and 20 million for something that everyone knows is not what is being claimed, and now getting fired. Fair use. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
We get started. Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know I said this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. You know, that was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize. And I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support. Now,
RJ.
He's been apologizing for a couple of things. What I like about Shannon is, to be honest, is the fact that he owns up to it. Um, and that tells you something about his character, that he apologizes. However, um, he does seem to put himself in these types of predicaments more than usual, more than anyone, more than, like, I don't know, your average person. Because I don't think that he's the one doing the most. I don't think he's the only one doing what he's doing, but he seems to be the one getting caught. Now, I don't know if that's because, he's been booming and
Doesn't have
he's been
handlers.
he grew. Maybe he grew too fast.
Yeah.
He got the fame too fast. Maybe that's it. Um, I still think so. It's double with him. I do think that he is a. I do think that he is a. He is an example as it relates to his work ethic. He has elite work ethic, but it's just maybe the. Can you say is it an immaturity thing?
Mm,
Of how he
I
goes
don't know.
about, because that's what I hear ladies say about him. Because they like him, but then, so when they talk about Shannon, uh, uh they say that he's immature on the relationship part. So he still thinks like a guy wanting to get his wee wee wet. Like, who says that? Dan Peña says. You're willing to throw everything away just to get your wee wee wet.
Well, he did it, right? He did it. He threw everything away. He threw everything away, and it's just. I think to first of all, let's go back. Last week I said he shouldn't have paid her. Shouldn't have paid her.
You did, yeah.
Shouldn't have paid her because now you know what he did? He settled it because um football season is coming up. Football season is coming up. Settle it so you have enough time for ESPN to roll you back in. That was the play, and he can get a part of the contract. Not only did he take double L's, he paid someone 8 million, someone between 8 and 20 million, and now you don't have the money on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's double L. You gotta ask yourself, should he have just leaked the video and show people this is who I am? Just lean into it. Sometimes you gotta lean into it. Well, that would be reckless because then they would have charged you with revenge video. But yeah, this is crazy. At the same time, I think it's a situation where he probably grew too fast. He's an independent, slightly independent broadcaster, so maybe doesn't have enough handlers, the correct handlers, which got him into this situation. Which is what got him in this situation. And at the end of the day, RJ, I think personally, when ESPN basically put him on a temporary leave, he should have just said, "Okay, guys, it's good. I'm gonna fire myself," because now he looks like a chump. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine? RJ? Can you imagine how crazy it looks If Meek Mill says you're too old to get fired, Meek Mill of everyone.
Oh, Meek Mill talks ish. Meek Mill lives in a glass house and throws stones. That's me.
Well, that's it. That is true. That
Yeah.
is true. So,
So I
but
mean,
but but
his no one is asking. No, when things like this go down, no one's trying to find out what Meek Mills
yeah,
thinks
that
about the
is true. Yeah.
situation. No one cares
Let's
about that.
call.
So.
Let's call. That was the bit from Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Let's call Meek to see what he has to think. Ja Rule. Nah,
Where
but
the
that's
F is Ja when you need?
where's the F is Meek. Meek is in the cell with
Yeah.
Diddy. No, I'm just kidding.
So no one
But
really cares about that. Yeah, no one really cares about that.
but
It
but
but the
in
yeah go.
it's all about perception, RJ. It's all about perception. So here you have someone who's been very good at his job on TV. They put him on temporary leave, and he hopes he could come back and get the contract he wants.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would have told them, okay, guys, great. Thank you for the opportunity. But I'm gonna most of the time, don't forget, ESPN is part of Disney. Disney doesn't want this type of stain on their brand.
But they have a MO, KR. They did it with Jonathan Majors as well. They let
Jonathan, they did it with uh, Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny.
After you're done with everything, they'll tell you that there's nothing here for you here.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
If I was him, I would have um just take the leaves, tell them thank you for the opportunity. When you guys want me back, I'll be back, but the contract is done right here. We're not gonna continue this because now he's got fired, and now they are timing it in the week that your brother is getting into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta cut the cord yourself. Let go, and then with the thing is, one thing about Shannon, and this is, I think he needs to realize this in the time of where we are now. He just needs to look at what Pat McAfee did, right? He did him for 3-4 years. You gotta build it from the bottom. He built it from the bottom for 3 to 4 years, and then ESPN got him as him. They curse sometimes. They talk crazy stuff, but they are themselves. Right now, every time I see Shannon, he's a different person on Nightcap than he is on the ESPN shows.
Yeah.
So you create a dual character. You want to be one person at all times. So if I was him, I would say I would have keep the honors to myself, take a leave, and then focus on Nightcap and create maybe your own show.
Yeah, but
And then from
the benefit, yeah, because he has Club Shay Shay, and I believe that's his show, so he can take it to another platform.
yeah,
It's not going to be an
but
ESPN platform, but he does have a product to sell.
yes, but that's Club Shay Shay is more this that's an interview platform. That's not a sports stake. So he can also now he has more time. If I was him, I would have started a own show a long time ago already, where you're giving your opinion on sports because Nightcap is like a how do you say that? Nightcap is not really a sports show. Nightcap is like a friend talking about different stuff show. It's not a sports commentary show. If I was him, just build your sports commentary show and have them come to you. You'll make the money, and then they come to you and offer you double that.
Like
That's
they
how
did
it
with
works.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself. But sometimes I feel like he's choosing these other companies to be part of to grow the platform maybe, but he can build it himself. It takes just a little bit more time. You have to be patient. Sometimes people are not patient about building things for themselves. So they are taking money from other platforms for them to help them, but they are benefited fully of the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. But hey, RJ.
Yeah, I think that he's still. I don't think it's a lack of. It is a type of lack of discipline because he doesn't lack discipline and work ethic at all, but
No.
he does seem to lack discipline in relationship. I do think so. I mean, he talks about when I have to go to the bathroom. I never do it when there's someone else there. If there's someone, if I'm sleeping in a bedroom, so if I'm in a bedroom and I have to go to the bathroom, I don't use the bathroom in the bedroom. I don't even use the one downstairs. I think he mentioned something about walking and go into the apartment. I mean,
All great talk, RJ. All great talk.
KR,
He got sued
KR,
for
he,
for
he, he
eight for
brushes his
50
teeth
million.
he brushes his teeth 8 times a week day. So he does a lot of things, and then I
Get
think
sued
it's.
for 50 million for putting it
I mean, if you
in the
don't want
back.
to
Come
sacrifice
on, man.
if you don't want to sacrifice in a relationship, then you have to sacrifice as a single person. And what a hell of a sacrifice he he made.
bro, bro, you're paying a chick, an OF chick, more than $8 million, and you're talking about I don't step in the elevator with women. I step out because I'm. What are
Exactly,
we
all those
talking
things. Yeah,
about? What is this? What is this?
yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Come on,
You
Shannon.
just have to slip one time, right? That's the thing.
That is true, but you should
And
never slip.
yeah, you should never slip. Did you
One
want to
thing.
talk about the other lawsuit as well?
Oh yeah. Good thing you mentioned that one because hey, man, he's he's where the it's not looking good. That's for sure. I want to share my screen real quick. Shannon Sharpe sued for 20 million after allegedly shaming woman over flirty Usher video and falsely claiming her husband left her. This is the Diddy. This is the Diddy.
Diddy Bop.
Actually, huh?
The Diddy
The
Bop.
Diddy Bop. So this is a Diddy Bop. Once you start settling all these, I'm not gonna say what I want. Random people. Let's lose that word. Let's use that word because otherwise we'll be included in that in that loss again. I don't have money, so you can sue. Only thing you can get from me are a box of rocks. That's what you gonna get from me.
Guys,
Um,
just to be clear, he said KR said a box of rocks, not a box of Xerox. So it's the word nothing, is what he said.
I don't own anything. I don't own anything. Anyway, um yeah, so here we are. Let me play the video which this is about. Fair use.
There she goes, there she goes, there she goes, there she goes.
Bro.
There goes my baby. Woman's looking crazy. Man.
Good luck. If that husband didn't leave her, she's lucky.
Or
She's
he's
claiming
a
he's a daddy.
he's a did, yeah.
Oh, not in that way, by the way. Not in that way, guys. That's not what we mean. I mean, he likes to see other people
Yeah,
flirt with his woman. That's what we mean by that.
yeah. What else would we mean by it?
Yeah, makes no sense. Anyway, do you think this is? I don't know where this is going, but she's trying to get a 100,000 payout. I think she hopes he settles this one as well.
This seems more like a what's the one we covered? Brett Favre type of case, to be honest.
Mm,
Because I think it was reported that they broke up, and I think he was talking about something that was in the news, you know. So I don't
yeah,
think
he
that's
did.
the yeah. So I think
That's a good reference. Yeah, you're right. He did. It's exactly what he did. Actually, we just reported what was reported.
yeah, I don't see that happening.
Well, good
In
try
any,
though. Good try.
yeah, yeah. I mean, never shot is always a miss. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll highlight some of the best comments in a future show. So if you got a hot take, let us know. If you want the extended topics that we couldn't fit here, it's in this week's email drop. Join the newsletter below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories. KR, what's next?
What? Can you repeat the last thing you said?
Don't forget to like,
No,
subscribe,
no, no,
and
no,
hit
no. Before you started your part, the ending, you said if you
never
never
shot
shoot.
is never shot is always a miss.
I heard that in New York this week, but
You heard that in
okay,
New York?
yeah,
Never shot is always a miss.
in the 33rd floor. Let's go to the next topic, guys. Let's go to the next topic. The final topic of today: Tony the Closer calls out Social Proof Podcast for a crazy take. Let's take a look at what what happened right here. Fair use.
Against you
Hmm.
and I'm confronting you,
Yeah.
or let's say I'm going to sabotage
That's
you.
it. It's not a public.
It's up because we get glory from other. It's not like I'm going to these people to say, hey, you know what? This is what you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
In our culture, our main goal is to show the audience, hey, look, I'm the person that's exposing all the scammers. So listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm your leader. There's a
Yeah.
benefit there. So I'm going to say this. Anybody who's making it their mission to call out other people who maybe have done something wrong, or like you're making it your mission, it's corny.
Well,
And it doesn't, hold on, let me rant real quick.
Go ahead.
It does not benefit any of us. You
Does not benefit any of us. Let's continue.
might think it benefits you to say, oh, I'm the leader. Hey, follow me. This person's a scam. You look corny. You look not to be trusted. Anybody that's throwing shots at other people online, it's corny. You really need to cut it out and just show your excellence. Like, you don't have to point your fingers at people. Just be excellent. Show people how it's done. I'm not pointing my finger at no other podcast. I'm not pointing my finger at no other entrepreneur. Nobody has a community. So, Stormy.
Anyway, so that's. Oh, by the way, let me go to what Tony had to say, because this is a Tony the closer part. Maybe you can read it real quick, RJ.
Yeah, of course. Tony the Closer says, don't watch the Social Proof Podcast. They've given a platform to known scammers in our community. Social Proof Podcast, y'all comments in age well, huh? Y'all called us corny for exposing the truth, for standing up for victims. Now look, tell us again how it's hating to protect our people from fraud. If you've ever been scammed by someone, they platform, drop your story in the comments. Let's hold the enablers just as accountable as the con artists.
RJ.
Hey, I think KR that the scamming,
Crazy take.
it's a thin line. Yeah, it's a thin line between a legitimate business and a scammer. Because when,
Oh,
at
there
what
is no
point,
thin line.
yeah, there is a thin line. Because at what point will you say that someone? So no, okay. Let me change
There's
it.
no thin line.
There's a thin line.
Come on, man. There's no thin line.
Yeah, there's a thin line because what? Yes,
What
there's
is
a
the thin line? Abstract. In an abstract term.
Okay, so at what point does a business model become a scam? Because we know when, for example, the Tulsa J Morrison thing, we know that's a scam. So then they cross the line already. But I'm saying crossing the line, I believe when you have to just make like 2, 3 wrong decisions to go from a legitimate business to an illegitimate business. That's a scam. But once you're there, of course, so that's the line I'm talking about. Once you're there, you can be like the Caesar Pina side, you can be the J Morrison side. What I'm trying to communicate is that usually you have to hear at what someone is selling and ask yourself, hey, is this real or not? Is it believable or not? Because usually when people find out, it's already too late. That's what I'm trying to say. So you, for example, are a very skeptical person. So you don't believe any of these guys. But some
I
people,
don't.
some people look for
Uh,
some
okay, I'll
people
let you
look
finish.
for I remember when you and I were in a cafe drinking coffee, of course, I think. It was after work that we met up, and 2 chicks came and talked to us because they were, well, they didn't know it, but they were part of an LML. Is it an MLM
Multi-level
scheme?
marketing.
Yeah, MLM, well, scheme. MLM
I don't think
marketing.
they knew. They didn't know that they
That's
were
what
part
I'm
of it.
saying. That's
That's the
what I'm
crazy
saying
part.
because usually it's how they get, like, you're an entrepreneur, but actually you're part of an MLM business model.
Scheme. Yeah.
And so that's what I mean to say. They talk the same, they say the same things, they talk about entrepreneurship, they can give motivational speeches, but
Oh, yeah.
what's so if it wasn't that clear, people wouldn't fall for it as often as they did. So I'm not saying it's either.
No.
That's what I say.
You
The
know why
line
people
has
fall
to
for
be,
it? So you know
yeah,
what people they have wishful thinking. That's why.
want quick money.
Wishful thinking. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. Because these scammers these days offer also long term. It's wishful thinking. It's thinking that in your life you haven't done anything, and all of a sudden someone comes with you with a what they call a opportunity. Why would they offer you that opportunity? Simple. I mean, maybe I'm too logical in life where I break down things and it always pans out the right way. I don't know why. I don't know why. But sometimes
Yeah.
people think too easy. I think I try to understand what you said, where there's a thin line between a scam and a legitimate business. Well,
So the switch,
a failed. So there is a difference between a failed business and a scam. It's a big difference
Yeah.
between the two. In a failed business, you warn people about the risk beforehand. In a
For
scam,
example,
you never do.
yeah. For example, Patrick Bet David has been accused of having a scam,
MLM,
MLM scam,
MLM
and I believe it was
business.
CoffeeZilla. I don't know if it was CoffeeZilla or someone
Yeah,
else
CoffeeZilla covered it as
who
well in the past.
who basically showed the numbers based on the returns, at least the filings and the tax filings, and it showed that, the people on the top keep getting a lot of money and the people at the bottom don't get that much money,
MLM
and it's like the
MLM
earlier.
is predatory in general. I'll
Yeah,
say this straight up.
yeah,
MLM is
yeah.
predatory. What
So that's
MLM
why when I
uses
hear
is
him talk, and by the way, I like Patrick Bet David a lot. um But when I hear him talk about, he gives an example about a lawyer who charge him a lot. Now that's a lot to just talk like a couple of minutes and charge half an hour. But some law firms do that. However, that's also a business model. So,
yes.
and the thing is, when you have knowledge, okay, yeah, you don't like this business model, but I don't like your business model. But it's just a business model thing. Some people are also saying like the markups when when Trump announced tariffs, some people started raising their prices before the tariffs were implemented. So, so the word predatory can be applied to various different business models. But what I'm saying is that it's a thin line. It's a thin line to cross over. But once you cross over,
If you're
that's
promoting a scam business, RJ, literally a scam business, which
Yeah.
some of these, let's call them, some of these
What
gurus,
makes a
these
scam a
financial,
scam?
what makes a scam a scam? Beforehand, the person knows that it's illegitimate. That's a scam. So, for example, if I tell you, go to someone with a bank account at a particular brand and file, let's say, checks that are not real, so you can get the money, extract the money real quick before they find out it's not a real check. That's a scam. If you're saying to someone, and this is what I'm not gonna say the name, but if you the people who know this, there is a guy out there who was at a radio show with your boys. And you know what? When I say your boys, you know who I mean. You know
Yeah,
who I
but
mean.
they're not
Not
my
gonna
boys.
mention them. I'm not gonna mention them.
They're not
But
my
it's your
people, bro.
boys.
Yeah,
It's
they're
your
not my people.
boys.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm not gonna mention them, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I
They
don't
were
care if you do.
sitting
They're
there.
not my
They
boys. That's
gave
what I'm
this
saying.
guy they gave this guy the mic so he can spit some financial knowledge to other people who don't know nothing. This man was spitting straight fraud.
Yeah, I
You
remember that.
you go into the bank, you tell them I'm trying to lend money for a car. I don't have the title with me, or you give them a title from not from another car, and you get the money, you invest the money real quick. Yo, that's fraud.
Yeah.
So
Use
that's
it
the
for
big
something
difference
else.
between
Yeah.
dude, that's fraud. You get
Yeah.
there's no way around that.
Yeah.
That's scamming right there, because what they do is they teach you scamming. So if my business bundle is teaching other people scamming, that's scamming, because guess what? They're gonna scam you through that. You're paying for a knowledge that's scammer knowledge, and when you do it, you get caught up into a
Yeah,
fraud scheme.
to me, what the so this is my philosophy. I don't think getting money is easy.
It isn't. No one
So
wants to
that's
invest
why,
time.
and maybe I take it to the extreme, but I don't do criminal case. I don't do um lotteries. I don't do any of those
Mm.
things because I don't want to have the easy money. I don't do coupons. I don't do any of those things. Maybe I'm taken to the extreme, but I think to myself, I don't want to be, you know, real. I don't want to say I want to be that person to that will, instead of working hard and making sure I have money in my pocket to buy a car and buy anything that I want, that I will resort to going to a supermarket just so I can partake in their raffle. I think I don't want to be that person, but I think to me the high when I see a young guy starts there. When I see a young guy talking about getting millions and he didn't do it through he's too creative in his ways, then I think no, this isn't it. So that's also always been my northern light, my guiding star. Northern light or my guiding star. So yeah,
Yeah. So so this is the thing, right? He's saying it's corny for exposing people. Guess
that's
what?
crazy.
That is crazy to start with that. But I understand why he's saying it. I understand why he's saying it, RJ. Should I give you some? Should I explain to you the play? The play is he's been interviewing all these guys. Don't believe me? Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Okay, okay. Don't believe me. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom in a little. Let me zoom in a little bit. Who's this, RJ? Do you remember this guy?
Let me see. Which one? Oh, that's Finesse.
I'm
Finesse's
gonna
Club.
Finesse's clubs. Let me see how many times he. Oh, another one. This is the one we played last time. So he went there 2 times on the platform.
He's locked up.
He's locked up right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see another one. Let's see another one.
Him 500.
Oh, yeah, yeah. How many times has he been on the platform? Another one. Look at him. Yeah, man, that man's getting fat, man. Business is good.
3 times.
3, 4. Those are only 2. I'm giving you examples. So
Are there more?
I've never watched this podcast before, so I don't know. I've never been interested in his content.
Me neither. But
Not
I
because
find it.
I know that who's he interviews, because I've just seen him. I really never was like, let me see what he has to offer. But now I'm
Yeah.
definitely not gonna check it out. But
Because you're not corny.
well,
What I
definitely
think.
not corny. But what I do think is sometimes these podcasts blend in knowledge with good with bad information. I don't want to insert both into my head. That's why. But you have the
Yeah,
floor.
I guess that's it. That's it. That's the part, right? So I like there are other platforms that talk about money, like the Bigger Pocket podcast. But it's boring, KR. It's
That's
boring
the
to
thing.
it's boring to hear the way they did it because they did it in a very simple manner. They had it tough. They had to, bootstrap certain things. They had to live out of their cars. They had to do be real frugal. And now they have 4 houses and they can retire early. That's
That's not
boring,
good.
KR.
That's
You
boring
want to live
content.
you
That's
want to
the
live
biggest
big
problem.
now. Do you want to live big now and later? And I think especially in a city like Atlanta, where it's like black excellence is the portrayal. That's where a lot of these scammers are coming from. But I'm not saying that
Yep.
Atlanteans are scammers at all. What I'm saying is it's just like Hollywood, right? Because there's a pressure to look good now. You really need to. I think that can enable people to say, okay, I need to do something to appear good now and later, and it's usually doesn't
Yeah.
work like that. There's a
Never
sacrifice that has
works.
to be made. There's a sacrifice that has to be made. And Atlanta, but can also be in LA is also like a city like that, where
Yeah.
it's seen and be seen.
That's the key. What you just said. You said no one. You got to sacrifice. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to put time in reading books because it's boring. They rather watch a video and think within 1 hour they know the play. These chums try to give you a play which is total scams. You get caught up. I can show you RJ. Guys, go check out the Pocket Watching with JT. He's been posting this week a couple of videos of people trying to do these fraud, which are being promoted by these guys. It's
mhm,
crazy. They're getting caught by the police at the bank.
mm,
But no one wants to choose the boring things. Sit down, read a book, take your time learning stuff. Sacrifice your time because it's not
mhm,
gonna happen from one day to the other. And last but not least, you have to work hard.
mhm,
Making money and running a business is not. People think, and I know some family members who think like this. Money comes easy. I'm gonna sit here and wait till the money falls on my lap. It doesn't
Doesn't
work
work
like
like
that.
that.
Doesn't. Happens to be that person is also very likely to be found a scammer, but hey, it is what it is. RJ.
Yeah. As you said, KR, I don't have anything to add. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate as well to see that a lot of I don't know if we're going to talk about athletes at some point, but all of these people who rise fast, they fall fast, and I
They never
think it's
learned to do
because it's the
finances.
fast money thing. It's about it's putting luck, lifestyle over actual progress, popularity over money. So I think that's a
You
challenge
know,
actually.
you know, and this is the final thing I want to say. You know what also people never think about is when you get the money fast, too fast, you don't have time to learn how to deal with money.
Yeah,
When you get money slow, you automatically
you
learn
have
how
to.
to.
You have
You
to.
have
You
to.
have to.
You have to. You have the time as well because whether you're getting 20 million in 1 year or you get 20 million over 10 year span, you have 10 years to learn how to handle money. When you get it in 1 year, you have 1 year to learn how to manage the money. It's gonna go wrong. So that's a small part of that as well with fast money. And
Mhm.
I'm referring mainly to athletes because athletes usually come from let's say poor backgrounds or not wealthy backgrounds majority of the cases, and they don't learn at home how to deal with money, how to handle money. They have been taught a consumerist mindset. The parents have been consumers their whole life, no producers. They get the money, and what they do, what consumers usually do when they get money, they spend it. They never hoard it and reinvest it. They don't understand investments. They don't understand how to break down potential good investments and bad investments. All those things you got to learn. When you get money slow, you have the time to learn that. The other way
Yeah.
around, when you're getting it too fast, it has to go wrong. It will go wrong. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think Social Proof Podcast is a bad podcast for what they said? Are they enabling scammers? Are they trying to get scammers a platform to rise even more? I mean, he's calling people corny who are exposing scammers. Let us know in the comments, RJ.
You send it to me. You. So yeah, you fell out, I guess, or maybe it's me. But I guess I have to close it, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll highlight some of the best comments in a future show. So if you've got a hot take, let us know. If you want the extended topics that we couldn't fit here, it's in this week's email drop. Join the newsletter below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates and different stories.
Yes. Let's go to the final one of the day. Let's close this as soon as possible. Rapid fire. It's the rapid fire segment where we basically lighten it up a little bit and wrap things with a quick few hits. Let's start with this one, RJ. Well, life is really crazy. Fair use.
Free. You better not.
Can't hold me, baby. They can't hold me. Hello.
Gilbert Arenas got caught up in a FBI indictment with some Israelis. No, guys, I know how to pronounce it. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it from now on. Israelis. Um, for running a illegal casino at his home. But now he's free and he's saying he's gonna tell it all because he's not part of this at all. They just rented this home, RJ.
I don't know if we're also gonna. I mean, we talked about Shannon Sharpe already. And they're saying that Stephen A is snitching because everyone that's on ESPN First Take, everyone that goes on ESPN First Take gets caught up, right? And a lawsuit, they catch a case. He didn't catch a case; he just got detained, I guess. So, and put in jail. But you know what the thing is, KR, and that's again to the point we talked about, alluding to the point that we discussed in the previous segment. How you get money is important because fast money, you win quick, but you lose quick. We talked about Shannon Sharpe, Gilbert Arenas as well. I mean, I mean, if someone's gonna snitch, it's him. I think he'll snitch if necessary. If he has to snitch, he will, because he's about himself, and he.
Yeah.
But it's just you get the money fast, but to your point, if you get the money slow, you have to learn how to manage the money. If you get the money fast, you keep doing things that you've always been doing. So maybe you play dice in the street with for a quarter or a dollar, and now you just do the same thing with higher stakes. It doesn't
Yeah.
really change. It doesn't really change the attitude, and you don't actually
Hey.
have to.
It's a perfect example. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. That's the first thought that came to mind, KR. It's just the first thought that came to mind. It's just you
How
win money.
many RJ? How many times do you hear American football players got caught up playing dice in? I've heard that in the past. They got caught up playing dice on the premise of the training facility.
Facility, yeah.
They banned that because of that. Because they don't want to get caught up like Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. So yeah, and you also see it like with ladies as well. But the thing is, KR, it's both sides, because on the one hand you have an athlete or someone else who gets the money quick, right? Usually when you get it young, you keep getting more and more and more and more and more. So, but athletes usually peak very early
30.
in life.
30.
So after that,
40
usually
if they're
they
lucky.
go after that. Oh, usually they go downwards, and they try to revive themselves. Not revive, but reinvent themselves, create a new career. They do podcasting, whatever the case may be. They do broadcasting, but it's never really on that level, right? So the thing is, they can keep out earning their, for the lack of a better word, and their stupidity, if they're stupid about their money, until they can't anymore. The problem is, for example, like a DK Metcalf, I believe he's not using his, I think he said he's not using either his endorsement money or his NFL checks. One of the two he's not using. So he's just putting it on the side. You do see like younger people, usually they do it a bit differently. Yeah, go ahead. They do it a bit, okay.
Finish your thoughts.
Okay, they do it a bit differently, but the thing is, they can, because they keep growing and they get bigger checks, they can out earn their stupidity. Once they reach that peak and you go downwards, some people go steep, others go less steep. But the question is, can they also, even if they weren't that stupid, can they adjust their spending at the same level? Because if the spending, if the spending is here, right, and you earn money here, the question is, when you start seeing this, you have to do this, right? So then you can still go down, but still out earning. If you don't do that, then what you earn will be less than what you spend, and then it's just a matter of time. It's just math.
Yeah. Perfect example. Yeah, the 2-on-2 lately, RJ. You're ending the show strong today. The one thing I have to say, DK Metcalf comes from slightly from money. His dad also played in the NFL before, so he knows his dad
to
was
lose
able
it.
to teach him how. I don't think the dad lost all the money. So, but the dad can
This is a
teach him
joke.
how not to lose it, because probably he can give examples of guys who he has played with that did blow the money. You have what you see these days, people who grow up, and you have another person you can also check out is Justin Jefferson. He just signed a like the biggest contract for a wide receiver ever. And he's living in the suburbs and driving a simple car. Not flashy, not a how much $8 million home like what's the guy's name who got married? Travis Hunter, $8 million home in the middle of nowhere. Nothing flashy, and he's the biggest, most paid, highest paid wide receiver. So you have to learn how to spend the money, man. You have to learn how
Yeah.
to spend the money. Let's go to
Yeah.
the next topic, RJ. Another NBA player. I mean, it's an NBA player week. A lot of controversy. Fair use. This is
For sister on Instagram, I believe her name is Caribbean Curls with two S's, posted on her story yesterday
two
about
S.
LA Laker DeAndre Ayton. I believe that's how you say his name. Leaving her stranded over in Turks and Caicos
All right.
when he realized, according to her, that she wasn't gonna be able to pay for the trip. DeAndre would then post on his story a picture of him and his homeboys with the music in the background playing "No Weapon" by Fred Hammond and Radicals for Christ.
Yeah, this is crazy.
There has been no confirmation if Caribbean Curls made it back safely or not. That beautiful.
Two clowns in a clown show, RJ. That's how I describe this. Someone,
Again,
hey, RJ,
yeah.
if someone is flying you out, you know what the deal is. He's also as stupid to leave her behind. Just buy her a ticket, a one-way ticket back, and send her back home. Now
Yeah.
you look crazy. Both of them are stupid.
I
Two
think it's
idiots
also
who can't do business right.
yeah, and I guess it's
It's a business.
but you know what it is, KR? I think if your focus is on having a good time, I think that's a thing as well, right? If the focus is on having a good time, it's like, okay, you're a beautiful girl. I have the money. Let's go to, was it Turks?
Turks, yeah.
Let's go to Turks. Let's go to the Turks and Caicos and, just have fun. And I know you're a beautiful woman. Um, you're not a wife, but you're beautiful. So we can like enjoy and spend time together, and if something happens, it does. And if it doesn't, I mean, that's a different mindset. But basically, these people are flying them over for prostitution.
They're doing the dirty stuff. They're doing dirty stuff. Not only that, RJ, they fly them out, and when the girl lands, she doesn't put out. This is
Yeah.
crazy. You have
Yeah.
to agree upon the deal before you fly them out. What the heck are these guys doing? By the way,
Yeah.
RJ, a flight back is $450.
Which is
Just
nothing.
just pay the money and send her back home, man. What are you doing? What
Yeah.
what the heck
Because
is
the
this? I don't
lawsuit is
know.
gonna be crazy, man.
This is how these things start. This is how these lawsuits start.
Yeah.
We've been preaching this for a while now on this
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Care package. Send her
Care
back home.
package. Yeah. What's next?
If you have this is, you know what? This is broke mentality. This man is making millions. Just pull the 450 out. You got caught. Hey, it's my loss. Send her back.
Yeah.
You can always say, I paid her ticket. Here's the proof. She didn't want to jump on the ticket. How I didn't leave her stranded there.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is crazy. It's crazy what he's doing, and he got caught. Now your face is out here, and people are watching who you're trying to fly out. He's like what's the guy who got caught up as well with the guy, the overweight basketball player for the Hornets. They're not Hornets anymore. Pelicans.
Pelicans.
We
John
got
Moran.
three. No.
Who?
It's
No, it's
the
not. It's on the
overweight
Grizzlies. But I just thought you don't know basketball. Yeah,
Pelicans or Hornets.
I said Grizzlies because I thought you don't know basketball. You wouldn't know. But you're talking about I know what you're talking about.
His shoe
The
broke
Brawley
during
guy.
the
Brawley guy. Yeah. Who played on
his shoe
Duke.
broke during the college
Yeah.
game. That's how overweight he is. But okay, let's go to the last one for today, man. Huh? What did you say?
No need for fat shaming. Zion Williamson. is weird.
Zion, that's his name. Zion is the same situation. He's dealing with these types of women, man. Look at what he's flying out, man. I don't know what's this guy's name, DeAndre. Look at what
Yeah,
DeAndre's
DeAndre.
flying out, man. All last week we said all fruit, no veggies. This is all plastic, no oil. Let's go to the last one. Let's close this show out, man. Let's close. This is gonna fair use.
Another one.
Just got arrested, and the reason is insane. After 13 seasons in the league, millions in the bank, and a reputation as one of the toughest forwards in the NBA, he's now sitting in a Florida jail cell. The charge? Felony fraud. Authorities say he wrote a massive six-figure check to purchase a luxury Rolls-Royce in Miami, and it bounced. But when investigators started digging, they uncovered an entire trail of bad checks linked to private car deals, high-stakes poker debts in Vegas, and even a failed yacht rental in the Bahamas. Sources close to the case say this wasn't a simple mistake. Marcus allegedly knew the account was empty. And the wildest part, the arrest warrant wasn't even from Florida. It came from another state, connected to an older investigation that was quietly building for months. This is the same guy who just last year was negotiating a TV analyst deal with ESPN after leaving the league. From NBA glory to facing serious prison time, all over fraud that might be way deeper than anyone imagined. Marcus Morris, former NBA star, twin brother of Markieff, now at the center of one of the most shocking scandals in recent basketball history.
Another one bites the. I mean, it was a bad week for former NBA players, man. For NBA in general, man. Looking bad out here. RJ.
Another one. Another Stephen A. victim. As it was also
Another
on,
one.
it was also on First Take, I believe.
Yeah, he was.
But again, you get the money fast, you lose it fast. You get money fast, you lose it fast. You get money fast, you lose it fast, as Dr. Umar Johnson would say. 3 times. Just
he
to
would
make it
also. He would have also said. Let me see if I can find it.
Donations.
donations. Yeah.
Donations.
Yeah. So no, I mean it is what it is.
He's done.
He's done. And
He's done.
again, I want to be I'm glad, KR, that I wasn't the cool kid in school. Let me put it like that. We did play basketball. I was a star in basketball, but I mean, at my school and that level, when we went and played against the real teams, I realized that I was playing in a bubble. I still remember, man. We went to a camp in Florida. That's when I realized, there are levels to this. So
There's
and
levels to
before- after
this.
that- After that point, the NBA was like because we were not that tall, so we were
Yeah.
all short. So, well, the big guy was short on another team. So, but we played well. I was just playing in a bubble. So when I knew that, I wouldn't be a jockey and I wouldn't be not popular. I just did other things. I was a pretty social guy, but I knew that I had to work hard, KR. for
Gotta
for-
earn your
for-
money, not by fast money.
Yeah, it's not fast money for sure. It's not bad. Yeah, for sure it's not. No,
Yeah,
man.
I think.
Hey, but
I think before we close it, I think this is a learning moment for everyone here. I'm not sure whether it will be all right with Gilbert. I think to me, he's taking it way too easy for a fat case. He's making all these jokes online. Gotta take it a bit more serious. I hope he's not He's not gonna be used as the sacrificial lamb in this situation. Lamb. Second, Marcus. Yeah, that he's gone. He's gonna sit for a couple of years. No one is gonna sign him after to do any analyst job. And DeAndre, yeah, stupidity. RJ.
Hey, stupidity, but if there wasn't stupidity, then we wouldn't have a show. Guys, so we do appreciate all these content creators, at least that create these 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 people
These
that create
losers.
content for us.
Oh,
But that's a
man.
wrap, guys. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Subscribe, comment below, and make sure you're on the mail list. Check for the link in the description box below. Today we had a packed story. We talked about Dr. Umar going broke apparently. Is it temporary or is it definite? We don't know. We talked about Shannon Sharpe and maybe his lack of intimacy discipline that got him caught up. Tony the Closer appearing more and more like the second coming, or Cat Williams, or is Cat Williams the second coming? Because he's been talking about
Been doing this.
he's been talking about alleged scammers for a while, and one by one, it seems that the alleged can be taken off, taken away from the term alleged scammer. And last but not least, we talked in the rapid fire about a bunch of athletes who got caught up in a lot of things. Man, it's wild, but it is what it is. Be smart when you move. Making money isn't hard, and you have to be willing to make sacrifice, because it's you either make the sacrifice at the front end or at the back end.
Yes.
And don't let it be at the back end unless you like that. Guys, it's been a pleasure to serve you once more.
Hey, yo, let's close this show, man. Yo, please. Peace out. Yo,
We'll see
this
each other.
is great. This is crazy. Yo, announce that next time. This is crazy. Yo. So, guys, I didn't expect him to say this. Oh, man, come on,
Later,
man.
guys.
Come on,
Peace.
man. What is this?
I mean, you're in jail,
Peace.
man. Yeah.